We have the Bucs going to face the Lions in Detroit. This is going to be a good one, and I got some picks for you. If this is your first time to this channel, please like the video down below, subscribe if you aren't already, and hit the bell for all my videos coming up this weekend and next week. And if you like bonus picks and other props like these winners right here, check the link below. Hey everybody, I just want to say thanks for clicking on my video and watching the content that I've been making. I have to do my homework and I do a lot of research. I enjoy this, so I just want to say thanks for continuing to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. I have 4 picks for you. I'm really excited about Baker Mayfield and see what he can do out of his revenge game. They have played before in, I think it was like week 5 or 6. It was at home in Tampa. Baker Mayfield was a shell of his former self, or his current self, and he just got whooped. Jared Goff threw all over him because they had no running backs at the time. They had no Gibbs. They had Montgomery left the second quarter with a rib injury. And look at this, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 12 catches for 124. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But my first pick for you is going to be Baker Mayfield. Everybody loves this prop. I think you know where I'm going with this. The public loves it too, which is kind of scary. But we're doing more than 260.5. I got it at 256.5, but I would still take this at 260.5 for 261 more. Let me tell you why. If we go to the Detroit Lions passing defense and how many passing yards they're allowing per game, especially in the back half of the season, it's kind of crazy. So we're going to look on the left side of the screen here. This is just during the regular season. There should be a column right here for the playoffs where Matt Stafford threw for 377. But if we go down from top down, as they finished off the regular season, Nick Mullins 396, Dak Prescott 345, Nick Mullins 411. Then you got a couple subpar quarterbacks here at 223, and you got Derek Carr 267 and Jordan Love, and you catch my drift. And I really think that Baker Mayfield closes in on almost 300. I don't think he gets to 300, but I can see like 275 kind of game, and they're underdogs, so I expect a pass heavy script. And before I give you my next pick, I don't know if you know this, but the Bucs have the worst rushing offense. So that only plays into Baker Mayfield's narrative. And if we go to MyBookie, we look at Baker Mayfield. I got it at minus 148, but if we go to 261, minus 134. The numbers love it. I love it. If you're going to pick anything out of this video, take that pick. My second pick, I'm going to move a little bit faster now because I don't want to waste anybody's time. We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown. I really like the receiving yards, but it kind of worries me. I don't know why it worries me. He killed him last time. 12 catches for 124, but it's hard to beat the same team twice. And I really like him to score, actually. He didn't score last game, but I love him to score a touchdown here. If we pop on over to MyBookie, let's just see what the odds are. Just pop in Amon-Ra. It's a fun name to say. Touchdowns, minus 112. I think that's a little bit disrespectful considering this guy has been a touchdown machine to end the regular season. He ended the last 4 games of the regular season with a touchdown, and he killed Tampa on 15 targets, 12 catches, and a touchdown. You don't have to follow this play. This is just a gut instinct. If you want to do the receiving yards, I wouldn't blame you because look at the receiving yards and the targets. His receptions are at 8, which is kind of high for me. But I could see like 7 catches for 100 yards. I could totally see that. But I really like this. And it's rare that he goes back-to-back games without touchdowns. And with a high-scoring affair, I think it's like almost 50. Got to show the guy some love at home since he didn't get to score last time in front of the fans in Detroit. Speaking of scoring, I got another guy who I know is going to score a touchdown. It's going to be David Montgomery. There's not a lot of justification here for why I think he scores. David Montgomery, there's no demon play on him. If you've been following any of my videos, we cashed so many parlays with David Montgomery inside of them. Look at the touchdowns here. He had a touchdown last game. Gibbs had a touchdown. Lots of love to share. He's the big body inside the end zone, or right in the red zone there. So I totally think that they just can pound it in like on the first drive just to kind of set the tone. The Bucs do have the 5th best run defense in the NFL, but don't let that fool you. Montgomery's faced tougher defenses like Dallas. Look, he scored versus Dallas. He had really good success versus Denver, but he didn't score there. Don't look at the Tampa game here because he left in the second quarter with a rib injury. So this is maybe not really a revenge game, but I think he's going to show up big to redeem his former self. and we go over to MyBookie here, just to keep the posterity with all these bets. So if I do one, I got to do them all. Touchdowns 1, minus 143. So you do a Baker Mayfield, David Montgomery stack if you want for bigger money instead of doing a 4-leg like I'm doing. I might do that too. I got one more pick for you here. It's going to be on the Buccaneers side. It's going to be Chris Godwin. This is kind of a gut play here. Chris Godwin, he is in it's like 50-50, right? It's like Chris Godwin or Mike Evans, like who's going to have the hotter hand that day. Chris Godwin has shown that he can do really well against the Lions before, even with no passing or even with no rushing offense, that he was still able to get open enough and surpass that number. And if we look at Tampa on the year, we go down to their ESPN.com, we go to the receiving. Of course, they're both pretty close. Like, look at the receptions, the targets, the yards. But here's the big drop off here. Mike Evans, his big body's a touchdown threat. I just think that the Lions are going to focus on Mike Evans and try and take Mike Evans away. And Chris Godwin is a very comparable second. And I really think the over on the receiving yards here is just kind of the way to go. We go to Chris Godwin. We just want to look. What were we at? We were at 65. I got it at that as well. So it's 66, no, 65, 139. So all of these odds are working in our favor. They're not minus 115. They're not minus 110. Even the Amon-Ra St. Brown one was minus money, and it works as a demon on Prizepicks, which always works out in our favor. Hey, I want to say thank you again, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and good luck.